This video is brought to you by the horse mic. I watch a lot of commentary YouTube videos and I've seen a lot of YouTubers use this specific mic. They'll often attach it to some kind of item, usually pertaining to their channel. So this channel is all about horse. So enter my horse mic. I just wanted to pop in and make a little video here where we just hang out and have a little bit of a chat session because I feel like I haven't done that in a really long time. A lot of my content here on YouTube is pre-canned, so it's all scheduled out. The footage could be from 3 years ago or it could be from 3 weeks ago, and it really varies in between. And I don't often get to sit down and film a video, edit the video, and share the video in like the same week. So I thought it would be nice to film something that is current and in the now, and we're able to talk about a few things that have been happening in the studio. The biggest thing is just that I'm feeling a little bit detached from my YouTube channel and my YouTube community and my online community. The hobby is predominantly online, and unfortunately, social media has changed over the last several years, and I'm really feeling that the older that I get. I'm having a bit of an existential crisis about that. I am turning 30 this year, so I'm feeling like the energy is shifting in the air for sure. Instagram is not what it once was, and everything changes and grows as life evolves. It just sort of feels a little bit harder to engage with a space or a community on those online spheres. So I still have Facebook and I still have Instagram and I still will always post on those, but I have kind of personally removed those out of my daily life. So I no longer have the apps on my phone. I have ways to check the business pages, but I'm not like scrolling through it anymore. And part of that is a positive thing because I'm filling my life with other things. I'm not seeing the constant negativity of like everything that's going horribly wrong. I don't love that. It really gets me down. But the downside of that is that I don't get to see your guys' beautiful art and I don't get to see a lot of the like hobby things as much anymore. And I've kind of taken a step back in that sense. So I think that feeling of detachment is just coming from not really having a different space to go to. I am a little unsure of where I want to take DeeJayBe Studios next. This channel has been incredible and the response to this has been beyond my wildest dreams. We are a fraction away from 100,000 subscribers, which is craziness. I can't even begin to decipher how insane that is and how amazing that feels. And that's truly kudos to you guys who watch these videos, and especially those that have been here from the beginning. Your support means the world. And it also means that I will be receiving a play button at some point in the near future, which is going to be my new favorite item I've ever owned. I'm so excited. I feel like 100,000 is like, you have a YouTube channel. Like, it's a real YouTube channel when you hit 100K. It's like you tell people I have a YouTube and it's for real. It's serious. You mean it. I'm very much looking forward to that. And I'm hopeful that that will happen in the next little while. We're so close. It's a matter of 100 people. So if you know anybody who would have any interest in this channel, this kind of content, be sure to share it to them. It'll be so amazing when we hit that milestones. DeeJayBe Studios was built on my art content and then also my tutorial content. And I feel like those are two very big parts of my channel. And I still would like to continue to make videos like that. But are we like still just vibing on unboxing videos in between that? Is there anything else you want to see? I kind of want to know. I want to have like a little chat in the comments and just see how you guys are feeling and what you would like to see. And I know that this brings entertainment value to a lot of your lives. And I'm so honored to be able to bring this kind of stuff to you and for you. And I don't plan on stopping. I just am a little unsure on where I kind of want to take things and where the future of the studio should go. I've been working madly behind the scenes on lots of different things, and a lot of that is contributed to my Patreon audience. That platform has been kind of more so where I've been posting. So the algorithm itself on social media is just ever changing, and it just seems like short content is the only way to reach people, and posts are kind of getting buried and things are not being seen in chronological order anymore. If you really want to be in the loop of what's going on, I do recommend signing up for my mailing list. That's kind of where I've been sending updates. Recently, I haven't sent very many emails. I promise it won't be super spammy. It will purely be sales, announcements, video uploads, like the important things that are happening. I haven't had a lot of news to share to that newsletter lately. I intended to do it kind of once a month. Otherwise, my Patreon has a lot of behind the scenes content. So that's kind of where I've been sharing more of the like progress pictures and the different things. I do kind of feel like I need to grow on the community side of that. And I would like to have like an open chat or some kind of something somehow that is a little more connected. It's hard to kind of find that balance. I want a community and I want to be able to reach out to you guys, but I also am trying to limit my social media exposure. Let me know if you have ideas on that or what you'd like to see. I've kind of considered having some kind of video series or some kind of series thing where I either discover people's art, so like sharing art that already exists, or there's a submission process to review certain people's art or look at art together or like look at the new Breyer releases together or something to that degree. I feel like that could be fun. If you want to be in the loop, those are kind of the two ways to figure things out. And I do try to make YouTube videos to update everybody as well. Doesn't always happen though in a timely fashion. I did switch video editing softwares recently, and that's made things go a lot faster. So behind the scenes, I have been working on a ton of long form content that is more in depth than the regular scheduled programming that you've been seeing. So I have been working, it just hasn't been super visible as of this year so far. I have also considered starting a second YouTube channel. I think about that from time to time because I really do like the process of making YouTube and I like being on YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube, so being like a YouTube girly sounds kind of fun. But maybe we could branch out past just model horses. Maybe we can talk about other things. Maybe we can incorporate the real horses a little more. Maybe we can just spend more time in the entertainment side of things, and this can be more tutorials and creative content. I'm truly not sure. So that is something I've considered. In terms of tutorial content, I did start teaching. So I taught 2 courses at the beginning of the year for my Seeing Spots Appaloosa class, and they went really, really well. The response was really good, and I do want to continue that. However, I'm making it a little bit more like a hybrid class. So it'll be kind of a mixture of video clips and live stream. The participants got a lot out of it. So I do want to potentially make more content like that because I think that that would be really beneficial and really fun for you guys. So let me know if that's something that interests you. Courses, workshops, I'm kind of like leaning into that a little more. I kind of want to focus on that a little more. I'm also heavy focusing on some really big long-term projects. I cannot share yet. Some of those are secrets and some of those are just not quite ready to be revealed yet and still need a significant amount of time applied to them. So the Patreon really helps me fund some of these long form projects where I take a step back from producing a bunch of stuff and I'm just able to create that content that I really want to be able to create for you guys. Stay tuned for that. And I'm hoping that you are equally as excited about it when it finally arrives. In terms of model horses and customs, I do have 3 Venti scale originals that I've been kind of puttering along with. And those are at the like 90% mark, but now I'm like having a bit of imposter syndrome about them and I'm not sure how I feel about them. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. I might have to share those and see the interest level, if people are interested in them or if they're feeling the vibes. Original sculptures are hard. I find I put a lot of pressure to make them really nice and I want them to be really nice if they're going to be replicated 100 times over. So I've been struggling a little bit with making those kind of to the degree that I would hope for them to be. So we'll see if that does come to fruition. I was hoping to have that for BreyerFest. Now I'm not so certain. I've been panic painting the last few weeks. I have a live show coming up here in like 3 days. So I've been pushing on a bunch of pieces that were just pending in like the 80% mark. And I started a bunch of new pieces and I just tried to like finish as much new stuff as I possibly could for this live show. I didn't think that the live show was going to be happening again. The host was retiring and somebody else took over. So it is happening, but I was wildly underprepared. So I've been essentially just painting for like a month straight and I finished a lot of horses. So stay tuned for lots of new art because there was a lot of new stuff that I was able to accomplish. So I'll let you guys all know how that show goes. I'm definitely going to vlog it and share that with you. That's felt really good to kind of clean slate of some of that stuff that has just been pending around here forever year. I did also complete my Best Customs contest entry, my unofficial entry that I do every year. I'm going to be revealing that in June time with the rest of all of them. The full length video of that should be ready by that time as well. So I'm excited to share that with you. It is not as grand as previous years. It's a little more conceptual again. I think I'm feeling just a little bit behind schedule in general. I've dealt with a lot of sickness this year, and I think that's why I'm a little wigged out, because it's already end of April, beginning of May, and I feel like I haven't accomplished anything this year, but I have been working very hard. It's just not all tangible stuff, like I said. So essentially, I got super sick after BreyerFest last year, and then I got really sick after the Breyer event in Toronto, and they were both like 2-week-long sicknesses. And then I took basically all of January off. I actually took an official vacation and break. It was so wonderful. I haven't really taken a break like that since I started working, honestly. I was sort of sick on that trip, and then I got sick after that trip, and then I got sick again in February. I was like out of commission for the entire month. So sick. I've never been that sick. So I don't know what's up, if there's like super viruses going around again or something, but I've just been like chronically ill. So it's not been fun, and it's not conducive to productivity. So I felt really slow there for the start of the year. In other news, I do have a new product for you guys. I did release my new coloring book a couple weeks ago. This is the 101 Horse Breeds book. If you open it, it is a horse breed and then a little bit of information about said horse breed on the other page. So there are 101 of those breeds inside this book. It's like all the other coloring books, but it's just a little more educational this time. I am going to be releasing a second one, hopefully for BreyerFest time, that has the rest of the breeds that didn't fit into this book of 101. So those are more mythology, long ears, and rare breeds. So I'm excited about that as well. Support of these is super helpful. In my personal life, I actually had the opportunity to buy a truck recently, which was really exciting. I've been driving a dinky little car for my entire young adult life. I bought that car when I had enough money, and it was like my first big purchase. So I've been driving it for the last 7 years or so. It was longer than I anticipated. I feel like a cool person now in my big truck. Hopefully, maybe one day I will be a real life horse girl where I can tow the horse trailer and take my real horse on horse adventures. And the last thing that I kind of have to cover in this video is BreyerFest. I am unfortunately not attending BreyerFest this year in person. It was never my intention to go every single year to the festival. It's quite a journey, both distance and financially. So I just think I'm going to take a little bit of a break this year. I will still be attending online. Don't worry, I will still be a part of things. I just won't be there in person in Kentucky. I am going to aim for 2027 though. I do intend on having a BreyerFest sale again, just as I always do. A bunch of those custom pieces that I've been working on and finishing this past few weeks will be available during that. And I hope to do my little sticker sales as well. So there'll be a little bit of something there and maybe some new stuff. We'll see what I can accomplish between now and then. But I usually try to aim to have that sale a little bit earlier, so closer to June time. We'll figure out a date as we continue on into this next month. I think that covered pretty much everything. Just a few little life updates, studio updates. I'm still here. I'm still alive. And this was fun. It was nice to talk about this and share everything in the current present time of what's actually happening. So thank you so much for listening. I appreciate all of you for getting me one step closer to that 100,000 subscribers. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.